Back to the channel. My name is Brad, SuperCoach Pro. Today we're doing a round 13 SuperCoach team preview. So going into this week, I'm going to bring in two primos, and I'll have my M8 finally done. Probably 2 weeks behind everybody else in that sense. And then I'll have one more forward spot open, and then one more ruck slot, and then 10 trades left, 9 trades left, I believe I should say. So we're looking okay. I'm going to hit a ranking drop, I feel, this week. I've got 6 primos out from this buy this week. So I'm expecting probably a 1900 score. I don't know what my projected is. I don't really care. But we are getting Fisher and Tom Green. So trying to make this quick as I can. Probably going to get Dawson, I think. If Dowling's not named sub, I might look there. Something else pops up. I could also go Hutchins, but I just want to wait a couple of weeks and maybe, sell him for Garcia or something, or maybe if Revel loses his spot and can do something there. But I'll probably wait until he's around the 16 one when he's on the bubble. And if he remains in the team of Waterman, then Blight, also an option. I'll look at round 16 as a downgrade potentially if Wilson makes enough cash. Could go Wilson down to Blight. But I think I actually just like the Wilson pick with the Fisher pick as a swing set, so to speak. These guys have got to go, like 1 and 2. Now, it's either Wilson or Rogers, or I could go Closey, but I kind of need 20 players this week because I'm pretty short on primos. So I'm bringing 2 primos in, so I'm missing 6 on there. So I'm probably 4 primos down technically by making these trades. 33K in the bank gives me nothing, so it is a little bit tricky, but it means the week after I'd probably do another 3 trades of Closey, Moyle, and Wilson. And then that might be able to get me a finished side. 400K plus 300K plus another 300. That's a million. So probably have to get a budget forward, maybe Mackay, and then hopefully can forward English or something like that. I'll have to do the math with that one, to be honest. It's a little bit tight. It depends how much Moyle makes, how much Closey loses, and how much Wilson loses potentially. So I'm looking to structure that way, and probably thinking why Dawson. I suppose I'll go into that real quick, but Will Dawson's probably got one of the worst job securities in my opinion. He's playing forward in this week's training apparently, but I suppose if he becomes a dead rookie and one of these guys are missing, it's as simple as just a restructure. So let's say Stewart's missing the week, can bring Fisher in, and that week doesn't matter. Sorry, that's an alarm because I gotta get ready for work. And then yeah, obviously Wilson just to open my forward line potentially. And then as you can see here, if I put Heaney to the forward line, we can see my forward line's pretty much done. I feel like there's one other player. So the midfield's done when you look at it this way. So Bont, Butters, Sarong, the main 3 you want. Real, Millets, whatever. Steele, Oliver, and Green. I'll probably need a Rosie to pair up with a Green, and go down to 4 trades and have a spare, like a 23rd Primo. Fisher's my guy. Here to have a look at it a little bit better. So ideally 1 forward spot. Probably looking at Mackay if I'm going to be honest, and then finish off with English in there, and then somehow, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'd love to have Rosie in the midfield, and then maybe Stephen May. As we know, I get excited about Stephen May. Stephen May is my D7 potentially. Even if I go down to 3 trades, I'm happy to do that. And then only trade out if it's a 3+ week trade and have a few spares. So that's where I'm thinking I'll land. I don't know where the job security is long term for Fredra or Revel. I feel like they're on the fringes. I think Joel's probably got better job security, but the bench isn't looking good. Hall's a couple of weeks away from a calf injury. And then Richards comes back in 3 weeks, which I don't know. I don't know if he actually does, to be honest. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Garcia's on the fringe, but now they've got Crouch returning and players like that. So I'm not too sure how we're going to go. I might even miss Zorko and have to play probably Kerno versus Zorko for the rest of the season potentially, which is not a bad thing on the run home with Kerno's fixture. And then Mackay, I think, is probably my next guy as well, Blues run. So I reckon maybe in 2 trades, I'd have to do that. But if English, I could always go down as well, but I don't know how much I want to move around my ruck. Like I could always go down let's say if Moyle's playing after the bye, round 15, if Moyle's still playing and Strawny's on his bubble, here's a guy I could look to make some cash off, but it's a little bit risky because you do want to upgrade your ruck line at some point. You can't be non-full primo after these buys. I think you've got to be full primo coming out of them, or else you're going to fall behind real quick. Now VC and C, it's definitely not that. It's probably Bont into Dacos. I don't think Bont scores well against Brisbane, like massive games, but he loves Marvel. So, see, I'm not a massive fan of this, but his form last week was just insane. Sometimes you just got to pick the VC in form. Dacos's form against Melbourne, what's that like? It's pretty good, to be honest. A lot of people thinking Heaney. I'm probably not as inclined. I feel like his last month hasn't been as hot. What's his 3-round average? 3 rounds. Yeah, nah, not a fan of his 3-rounder. I feel like he's dropped off a little bit in terms of VC options. Anything in the last month that's been juicy? Nah, I can't see it. I can't see it. Like he's gone 165. That was round 4 when he was on a heater. So he's definitely regressed, probably with these players coming back. And then he's got Mills coming back soon too, so he might regress a little bit more. Yeah, so looking at that, probably not Heaney for me. I mean, I still like it if you want to go there. Shees could be a shout against West Coast. I think it'd be him or Bont, but I feel like I might just go with the majority of the crowd here. He does like West Coast though. Have we seen the ceiling though? Bont's got a massive ceiling. Yeah, I remember that Geelong game. That was a good game though. Probably Bont into Dacos feels the safest. Let's see what they're doing around the grounds real quick. We've got to go to work. 3 p.m. start sucks. Finishing 11 p.m. sucks as well. And then I had to go to doctors today, and doctor thinks I got a cracked rib from a month ago. I was doing some stuff at Muay Thai, and we went around a circle punching each other, and the trainer decided in the last punch he'd get into the ring and clip me one in the rib cage, and I definitely felt it, like no doubt about that. And then been going for the work for the last 4 weeks, and I only felt it about 2 weeks ago. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. I've been taking anti-inflammatories, and I think I got cracked ribs. So I've got to go for a scan tomorrow and then find out. Oh, Monday's a public holiday, so I'll be that shorty's goal kicking comp, and then I'll find my results on Tuesday to see if it's a cracked rib because it's definitely sore. So sorry for that rant. So Will Dawson looks like the most traded in, obviously, most traded out. Let's see if I agree with these ones. These are all justifiable. There's no reason why you wouldn't trade any of these guys out, to be honest. That's probably the easiest jump on, jump off I've ever seen in my life. Trade-ins, Dawson, obviously for that Fisher swing, I'd say people go in there, and he's on the bubble as well, so he might make some cash anyway. Well, he will make some cash. Ridley, probably not going to like that one, to be honest. He's too injury prone for me. McNeil, see if your name's sub Friday night. If not, you might be all right with the doggies' injuries. I think he plays as like a small forward though. Not too certain on his job security. Warner Heaney makes sense, especially if you want to pod. I'm not going to hate any of those. Warner picks or Neil hate picks. Sorko, I'm going to wait for his break even to go down a little bit. Thinking it's a 550k in the next couple of weeks. Dowling is a good one. If he's not named sub, you're probably looking there. It's probably him or Berry sub, and then you feel like the other one's going to be subbed off. So I might wait a game and maybe plan my trades around him potentially. But also I'll be pretty tempted to bring him in if he does get named, not the sub. Now looking at players, this is why SuperCoach Plus is worth paying for. You can go all coaches, and you can see the most captained. Most captained is 26% of Dacos, VC, Bonds, and then if you break that down even into top 1%, I suppose. SuperCoach Plus is worth every bit of it. I think it's like $25 a year or something. So top 1% ownership's wild. 0.4% don't have him in top 1%. Captaining him 51% out of the top 1%. Flanders, interesting. This is the Holman wants to sort it through. 51 for Dacos, 19 to Gorn, 6 to Heaney, 3 to Bont. Well, of course you're not going to captain him. You probably they're probably the people that haven't changed it from last week. Yeah, this is the big thing. Mark is at 57% in top 1%. So if you want to play the numbers game and go against them, be my guess. But 50% is pretty high. If you miss out, you're probably going to lose that spot of getting into the top 1%. Has Flanders shown the ceiling? Because initially my thoughts were on the live stream to go Flanders into Dacos, but has he showed anything crazy? I don't know if he has. I'm thinking Bont into Dacos makes the most sense. I mean, you know what you get from Bont. 128 is his highest game. Probably because it's all uncontested as well. Whereas Bont's got, yeah, Bont's the man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 12 games, he's gone 120 plus. Yeah, Bont it is. I don't think people's going to change my mind on that. I'm just going to go Bont to Dacos. And then, yeah, they're my trades. I'll definitely go Fisher and Green. I can't see myself getting out of that. I'll give you a rookie update maybe Thursday night or Friday night if something happens. I mean, tonight, if Dowling's not named, I feel like going now, I'll let you know on a YouTube short. And if Friday around the same time, like 5, 6 p.m. or something like that, I'll see something different, I'll let you know on YouTube short that I'm going to do something. Anyway, I might do a live stream Friday night after the game for an hour or two. It won't be too long because I got work the next day. And then Monday will be team review, and then I'll see you guys anyway. Monday morning, the ones that go into the Shorty's goal kicking comp. It should be a good time there. So I'll catch you there. I'll leave it there. And if you've got any trade plans, just chuck them in and see how we go. Thanks.